Sheriff, we ran into some trouble on the road. Al here's hurt. His horse threw him. Your deputy said we could find a doctor.
Around the corner. About 3 or 4 doors to the right.
Stay away from that rifle, Sheriff. You can see we've still got our guns.
There ain't your deputy up the street, my friend.
Unloosen that belt.
What have you done to him?
Don't worry about him.
Worry about yourself. He's all right. But he ain't gonna be, and neither are you unless you do as you're told.
Stay back here.
We're going down to the jail. You're gonna turn Joe Burdett loose, or you and your deputy are gonna quit worrying about this whole thing. Take your choice.
You're just gonna stand here?
If you want to get him shot, just go out there.
What'll it be?
If you want to do something, when I get out on the porch in the clear, take that flower pot and throw it through the window. And duck after you throw it. Just keep coming, mister.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Grab that horse.
You know, I remember Dean Martin in Rio Bravo and Sons of Katie Elder, and I actually thought he had some good chops as an actor in a movie that just seemed to go south of the mark, but was
he did, but I don't think he really cared about being he was an entertainer, and it's a really good actor, but I think he just sort of went, I don't care. Hey, you got to, I'll do it. Where do you want me? I think he was he would go wherever he felt like going and didn't really put a lot of effort in it. And he's wonderful in Rio Bravo, which is a great Western. That's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Great film. Howard Hawks, wonderful.
And Hawks went on to remake it 2 more times, but
I know I got pissed off. I went to see those 2 movies and went, no, you already done it once and it was better. Stop making the same movie again.
What do you suppose is the logic behind that? I mean, he literally remade his own movie 3 times.
Well, I think he was just running out of steam, and he made a couple of flops in between. I think Man's Favorite Sport, Red Line 7000, Hatari, which I think made money, but it also costs a lot of money. So I don't know how much money it actually made. And that's a pretty fun movie, but not up to what he'd done before. And I think he was just getting old, running out of steam and going like, well, let's go down to Tucson and get Duke, and we'll get Bob Mitchum this time and come down and, we'll try to relive the old days, which, good for him.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And Hatari features one of my favorite underappreciated actors, Hardy Kruger.
Yeah, who just passed.
Yeah, legend. It's funny when you said that about Dean Martin. He definitely proved he was in it for the paycheck when he turned up in Cannonball Run. But a movie I liked that I thought was semi-intriguing was 5-Card Stud.
Oh, yeah.
A bit of a murder mystery, a bit of a Western.
Yeah, that one's very foggy in my memory. Was that a Henry Hathaway? I can't remember.
It might have been Roddy McDowall, Yaphet Kotto. It's just one of those, it's just an unusual Western for the time, I felt, and Hawks, who we just said basically in later years like to remake his own movies, and by the way hated commies. He saw commies everywhere. It's just kind of interesting the approach some of the old masters
he made Rio Bravo because he hated High Noon.
Interesting.
He hated High Noon, and of course a lot of people said High Noon was a metaphor for standing up to McCarthy. I've never quite understood that analogy, but he said, there's Gary Cooper going around begging for help. That's not what a real man would do. He'd say, no, I don't want help, like John Wayne does in Rio Bravo. Ward Bond says, let me help you. He says, no, I don't want amateurs fighting these battles. What I need are a couple of more professionals doing it. And he just hated the fact that there's Gary Cooper going around begging for help and being turned down. He thought the whole approach was terrible. That's one of the reasons he wanted to make Rio Bravo. Is like, let's just get professionals. And you got trouble in town, we'll get some professionals and clean it up properly. So, and they're both great Westerns, whatever the reason. So
he gets the professionals, though. Ricky Nelson shows up, not only comes in as a gunslinger, but also available for a song or two, if I remember the movie right.
Oh, sure. Yeah. He does 2 songs in the movie.
The sun is sinking in the west. The cattle go down to the stream. The redwing settles in her nest. It's time for a cowboy to dream. Purple light in the canyon, that's where I long to be, with my 3 good companions, just my rifle, pony, and me. Gonna hang my sombrero on the limb of a tree. Coming home, sweetheart darling, just my rifle, pony, and me.
Whippoorwill in the willow sings a sweet melody.
Riding to Amarillo,
Amarillo,
just my rifle, pony, and me.
No more cow,
no more cow
to be roping,
no
more stray,
will
I see
round the bend, she'll be waiting for my rifle, pony, and me. For my rifle, my pony, and me.
Say, that's real pretty. Go on, play some more. Why don't you play something I can sing with you?
I wish I was an apple.
That's a good one.
Hanging in the tree. And every time my sweetheart passed, she'd take a bite of me. She told me that she loved me. She called me sugar plum. She threw her arms around me. I thought my time had come. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. I'll marry you sometime. I wish I had a needle as fine as I could sew. I'd sew her in my pocket and down the road I'd go. Cindy hugged and kissed me. She wrung her hands and cried. Swore I was the prettiest thing that ever lived or died. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy. I'll marry you sometime.
That's nice. Any chance? He's better being out in the street and getting shot at, huh?
Well, I can't argue with you. You're right, Stumpy.
Right about what?
Now, Bravo's famous for giving Wayne, well, not only a great script, but a great hat.
Yeah.
He wears a great hat.
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.